And we're here. We are live in the flesh. Daniel and Lewis, they get back. NFL Wildcard Recap Edition. We just finished watching the New England Patriots take on the LA Chargers, and now we are going to give you the full scope of NFL Wildcard Weekend. We still have one more game to go, which is going to happen on a Monday. So I'll be live streaming for that, so I will be talking about that tomorrow. But as of right now, we're going to be talking about the 5 games that took place. And let's just get straight into it. Let's start with the first game on the marquee. It was the LA Rams going to Carolina to take on the Panthers. And I was watching this game. I was streaming live for this game. And early on, Puka Nacua was fucking balling. He was cooking. Him and Matthew Stafford were connecting like a hotspot in somebody's phone. It was instantaneous, it felt like. Going up 14-zip early. Then all of a sudden, Carolina, that defense, playing real fucking sneaky, man. And that offense, real sneaky. And that offense, they started to pick it up a little bit. Started to pick it up just a touch. I'm just going to say, Jalen Coker, Tedero McMillan, they were bugging. They were playing real well. And at one point, I was thinking that my Super Bowl pick would be over in the first game. That's how good the Panthers played. They had me shook for the LA Rams. And I want to get this the exact score here, because boy, oh boy, let me tell you. Let me get the exact score. Okay, here we go. So fourth quarter's coming, right? 2017 going into the fourth. Panthers score a touchdown, 24-20. Panthers are up. Matthew Stafford, they drive down the field, 27-24. Kyren Williams on a nice low pass. Touchdown. Up by 3. Bryce Young throws an amazing pass to Jalen Coker. Back of the end zone for the touchdown. Up 31-27. Rams need a touchdown to win the game. They need it. Need it like we need water and food to survive. They need it. Matthew Stafford, with 2 minutes and some change left on the clock, you don't give that brother that much time. You don't. Nope. You can't. He marches down the field and throws what was a fucking, not a heave. It's kind of just like he threw it up to where he knew his guy could try to go up and get it. Colby Parkinson made it a fantastic one-handed catch on the sideline. Tiptoed his ass into the end zone. Touchdown. Panthers lose the game 34-31. You know,
it was a fun game.
I want to say this. Shout out to Carolina.
Yep.
They played their ass off. They did. And this was we all expected them to lose, I think, unless you're a Panthers fan. But they showed the fucking heart of a Panther because they did not go down without a fight. And they showed that they really deserve to be in this playoff spot. Even at their 8-9 record, they showed that, we can put up points and we could shut you down on defense. And they proved a lot to me in that game, man. Even in the loss, they looked really damn good. And I'm really excited for the Panthers' future going forward.
Yeah, no, in total agreement. Total agreement with you. This was a fun playoff game. This was a great start to the playoffs. Playoff football is just different. Every possession matters. Every point matters. Every play matters. Special teams now become super important. And the Rams had a bad special teams day. But yeah, I think we saw a lot of Really great stuff from Matthew Stafford, playing like the MVP that he's probably going to be, playing out of his mind. That Rams defense was talked up a lot, especially on the D line, and they were good, but they kind of been struggling the past couple of weeks. They kind of continue that here. The parents took advantage of that, and shout out to Bryce Young, played out of his mind, played really well, really didn't make any mistakes that I can remember. Um, was really good in the red zone this week. Terrell McMillan had a big game. Choker had a big game. Tommy Tremble had a big game. And I think in situations like this, I think it's hard to really say like it's experience, it's talent, it's momentum. It is what it is. I think at the end of the day, what mattered here was that the Rams had the ball and you had a spectacular play by Kobe Parkinson. And that's kind of really what the playoffs are all about. You sometimes need guys to make plays. And the Rams had a player who made a play. That at the end of the day is what it comes down to. And I think the Panthers just kind of got, caught up in that. And I think Panthers were inexperienced. Sure, Brian Canales, his first playoff game. Sean McVay's been there, done that multiple times, so he knew what he had to do. And you always kind of felt like down a touchdown, McVay was going to call the right plays, and he did. That's what great coaches do. That's what great coaching is all about. And Stafford was able to execute them. So there was no panic, no poise, no real threat from the Rams going down the field in that last minute. But what you get is you get the greatness from Matthew Stafford and from this Rams team. I think that kind of took the edge a little bit in this game. But shout out to the Panthers. Nobody picked them. They put in a great performance. I think Dave Canales has a great team there. I've always been kind of high on them this year. Please, for the love of God, get a second receiver in there. Please. I think this team could be really well going into next, especially in that division. So shout out to the Panthers. Had a big game, had a big performance. But the Rams do get the win, as we all kind of predicted. But it wasn't easy. It was earned.
Yeah, they earned that shit. It like they got shell shocked a little bit. They're like, oh shit, these guys are here to play. Like we almost lost to the Panthers, and like, granted, the Panthers are a playoff team. They are the bottom feeder of playoff teams. The bottom feeder. They're the worst playoff team in this playoff cycle. So, maybe they came into the game of like complacency, right? They were committing a lot of penalties, and the Panthers took advantage of that. Even when Bryce Young was throwing interceptions and they were fumbling, still they kept it close. That defense played so well, where I think it was like 10 passes in a row where Matthew Stafford just could not complete a pass. He just couldn't.
Yeah.
Like if they went towards the sideline, towards the boundary, they weren't completing a pass. It got to a point where I'm like, why are we not running the ball more? We got to run this ball. Why are we just passing? I don't care if it's 2nd and 10. Let's run this ball because you cannot pass on this team right now. And they had a lot of momentum swinging their way. And Matthew Stafford had the ball last. Elite players do what elite players do. Come down the field, be clutch, execute. Had a great catch by Kobe Parkinson. Great catches by Devontae. What can you say? They get the job done. And they win. And that's all you need to do in the playoffs. You got to win.
Yep.
Got to win. And they Sean McVay fucking called the right plays. Had his players execute. And they get that win. So right now they're going to be playing the Chicago Bears in the next round.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Chicago Bears.
Ooh.
And this Chicago Bear team as they take on the Green Bay Packers in Soldier Field. First playoff game there in a while. That crowd was insane. They had the cheese graters out. It was fantastic. Did not start great.
No, it did not.
Down 21-3 at the half. Jordan Love piecing up this defense, I mean. And Caleb Williams just being frustrated, crashing out on the sideline, cursing out his teammates. And Ben Johnson looking like Dexter, not showing any emotion whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And it got even worse. We got to the fourth quarter. They were down 18, or I think it was 18 points, 16, 18 points, around there. But that's where the Bears love it.
Yep.
That's where they strike. They were down 16. That's where they strike. This is what they do. you can never count this Bear team out of the game. Even when they go down by a lot, even when they get a touchdown, the Packers come right down the field, go touchdown again. They get the ball back, they just keep moving the ball. And shout out to this Bear defense in the second half. Basically shut down that Packer offense. Held them to a touchdown, swallowed Jordan Love up, gave them nothing to run against. And, you need a little bit of luck in the playoffs. Packers miss a field goal. Evan McPherson, what are we doing? And ended up costing the Packers here as the Bears needed a touchdown to go down the field. And it's Caleb Williams just absolutely driving the ball right down their throat. 4th and 5, he's jumping in the air to get the ball down the field. And then they get DJ Moore on a fake screen pass for the touchdown. And the Bears take the lead. They go up 31-27. The Packers can get nothing. Jordan Love has a bad snap because the Packers center got hurt. New center, bad snap. Jordan Love scrambling for his life. Throws the ball in the end zone. It's incomplete. And the Bears win. And we bear down. We still bear down. So shout out to Caleb Williams. He played his ass off. Really had a really good game. Calvin Guy and DeAndre Swift kind of did their thing a little bit. Didn't dominate, but they were really good. But that Bears defense, when it mattered most, came up clutch. And they bared the fuck down. And they sent Green Bay packing home. So shout out to the Bears, the 2 seed. That crowd was great. Still going on. Ben Johnson had a great play calling performance, in my opinion, especially in that second half, in that fourth quarter. They never gave up. They never like going down 21-3 at the half. You felt like it was over. We felt like it was over. We were playing video games during the third quarter.
I was looking at real estate opportunities. I was looking at apartments in New York City. I was trying to really come up on profit here, guys.
Yeah, but the Bears struck gold and they get the win. And the Packers, I mean, look, they had a great start. They executed. They had a game plan. They executed it. Took advantage of their opportunities, but that second half they had nothing. And I think that is a credit to the Bears defense. But if you're Matt LaFleur and this Packers offense, you need to do more. Mm-hmm. You cannot be complacent in the playoffs. You cannot allow teams to come back into games like that. You have to make every possession matter. Every 3 and out is basically a turnover at this point. And the Packers just gave up too many of those, especially on offense. They were not good enough. Yeah. Jordan Love was not good enough in that second half. You need that killer blow and that killer instinct, and the Packers just didn't have it. So, shout out to the Bears coming from behind again to get a win. Another fourth quarter comeback. This team is clutch. This team is money in the fourth quarter. They always find a way to win. They get it done here.
Yeah, I mean, I rode them off. Keep it real, right? We're kicking field goals. It's 21-6, right? 21-9, going into the fourth quarter. And we're sitting here, and I'm like, all right, guys, let's play Bloons Tower defense. Let's do Perry Pick'ems. Let's pick a nice fantasy team. Let's see if I can get the perfect lineup, And then quietly, the Bears start to come back. And then you're like, okay, DeAndre Swift, touchdown, 21-16. All right, now we got a game. But then the Packers score immediately. Pretty much in 4 minutes, Matthew Golden, touchdown. And you're like, okay. Brandon McManus missing that extra point. Big fucking money. It was big money because the Packers, the Bears didn't need that touchdown. They didn't. They could have tied the game. If push came to shove, could have tied the game. Take it to overtime. You got the momentum. Likelihood of you winning is high. But they said, fuck it. When it comes down to the fourth quarter, I don't know what type of sauce they have in Chicago, what they're putting in that deep dish. But boy, these motherfuckers know how to ball and be clutch in the fourth quarter. And it's almost like we forget the first half because of how clutch they are in the fourth quarter. But it's like, damn, you fucking guys really sucked in the first half. And then all of a sudden, we're coming back. We're climbing. The game is never over when you're playing the Chicago Bears. It's never over. You cannot get complacent against this team. You cannot. It's like, I'm going to say it. It's kind of like playing Patrick Mahomes, right? It's kind of like you're playing these elite guys who always seem to get into positions where you can make plays. You always seem to have the ball. So it's one of those things where the Bears were never really out of it. They were just waiting for their time to strike, and they got their opportunities, and Caleb Williams balled his ass off in the fourth quarter, and Ben Johnson get a win, and, Matt LaFleur's on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Shit's tough, bro. Like this type of collapse, only scoring 6 points in the second half. That's horrendous. That's horrific. We're only scoring with 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. That's horrific. And I understand, Bears second half, it's good. You were dominating them in the first half. What changed? What really changed? Right? You telling me we can't adjust on the fly here? You telling me whatever they're doing had you scrambled so much that we only scored 6 points? That's bad coaching. Bad coaching. That's it. And then Ben Johnson put it on a coaching masterclass because it didn't matter what happened in the first half. That shit's over with. We have to play for the right now. We have to play for these 30 minutes. And we have to be the better team. And they were. And they proved why they were. And, they're going to the fucking divisional. Bear the fuck down, baby. Grate that cheese.
Bear the fuck down.
Grate that cheese, baby. Cheese
Yeah.
what? Cheese what?
Yeah, I think I'll chime in on Matt LaFleur too, real quick before we move on. I don't know what the right decision is, whether you fire him or not. I think that's probably going to be debated, and we're going to find out what the decision is very soon. I think somebody needs to be held accountable for that. You cannot lose that game. You had that game won by the third quarter. By late in the fourth quarter, you had that game won, right? And I get it, players need to execute, need to kick a field goal. I get it, right? But at the end of the day, this is now becoming a constant thread with Matt LaFleur, is getting to this game and losing. Granted, he's been in 2 championship games in his career with Aaron Rodgers and 2 great teams when he first started. But ever since then, it's been a struggle. It hasn't been easy. He's had to, and it always seems like they're in a wild card game, they're close, but they don't win it. And while I get it, and we have this debate a lot on this channel, for some teams, that's fine. That's considered a successful year. But when I think it comes to Green Bay and that fan base and that standard that Green Bay has, I think it needs to be a little bit higher. I think Green Bay expects it to be higher. So I think with all that being considered, I think Matt LaFleur might be in serious contention to get fired here when all of that is put together. So, because somebody needs to be held responsible. And the John Harbaugh connection, I think if you look at the past couple of years, Green Bay thinking about their future and their future next couple of years with Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love, is just getting to the wild card game enough for them, or is it not? That's what's going to be determined in the next couple of days. We're going to figure out what this franchise is thinking going forward. Because is it enough or is it not?
Yeah.
Are they the Steelers or do they want to be the Chiefs? That's going to be their question.
Yeah. And it's like when you had Aaron Rodgers, right? You go to the Super Bowl, and they had a history with Mike McCarthy getting to playoffs and losing. Right? Winning a game, losing in a divisional, or making an NFC championship game, and just choking, playing awful, right? So they want to, I know they like Matt LaFleur. They do. He's bring consistency to that organization, and he's won a lot of games, right? But when, you're a certain type of organizations, you're like kind of legacy. You hold yourself to a different standard than some other schmuck team who's never had winning
Right.
in their life. So, as a Packers fan and as a Packers owner, you're saying we're the fucking Green Bay Packers. We're historic. We're legacy. We're better than a wild card. Way better. And I need to bring a guy in who could get the most out of our players, even if we're not as talented, so that we can fucking get to divisionals. We can get to championship games. And we could potentially win a championship game. Because with you, we had Aaron Rodgers, back-to-back MVPs, and you couldn't get it done. What does that say?
Right.
It says that you are not the guy to get it done. Because what if Jordan Love turns into that MVP? What if we have a similar roster like that? Is it going to be the same thing? Are we going to make poor coaching decisions and bad time management? So I guess they want to...
They had one time out at the end of the game,
yeah,
by the way.
They want to find their guy who, even when the team isn't good, they feel like they still have a chance. So when the team is actually good, they feel like they're going to fucking wreak havoc and run the league. And Matt LaFleur just hasn't shown that. Sure, he's a good coach. Matt LaFleur is a good coach. Really good coach. Successful, has won, been to championship games, playoffs, all that.
But not a Super Bowl.
Not a Super Bowl. And that's what the Packers give a fuck about. They care about that. They hold themselves to a high standard, is Super Bowls. And they have not been back there since, 2010? Been a long-ass time.
Yeah.
It's been 15 years.
And granted, too, there's no guarantee that the next guy is going to get it done. There isn't, right? There's a certain guarantee with Matt LaFleur, and that's fine. But I feel like we're at a point where you have to kind of take a risk here with Jordan Love because he is your quarterback. You've built a young team around him. You have young receivers. You have a young core. Your defense is still really young. You traded for Micah Parsons. You got the best defensive player in the league. If Matt LaFleur is not the guy, you got to see who's out there and go try to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Is it John Harbaugh? Is it Matt McDaniel? Or is it Matt LaFleur? That's going to be the question. The coaching pool is not that deep, but there are guys out there who have been there to that kind of level. Or do they feel like Matt LaFleur is the guy to take him to the promised land? I don't think so. You don't think so?
No.
They might think so.
They might. It's just like when you hold yourself to that standard, you kind of gotta understand a pattern. Pattern recognition is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And understanding patterns and how likely something is to happen, especially in the NFC and especially with your team and especially with how the cap's going to work and especially with how these other teams are going to be better, you kind of got to understand your positioning and where you're going to fall. And the Packers just won't be good enough for that. And Matt LaFleur won't elevate them past what they actually are in terms of expectations. And he hasn't done that. Because when they've had Super Bowl caliber teams, you fall short. When you have teams that are better than Wildcard, you fall short. So it's a constant state of falling short in any type of scenario. I think he's a great coach. I would love to have him on the Giants because I think that would be fantastic. I think it will bring stability to our organization and it will lay a foundation of winning football culture once again. But with the Packers, they've been winning for a long time. Winning regular season games ain't fucking good enough. Okay? This ain't a fucking piss poor organization. This is well run. This is historic. They want more. They want more. And Matt LaFleur just hasn't given them that taste. If they would have went to a Super Bowl, maybe we wouldn't even have this conversation. If they would have won one, we wouldn't fucking be having this conversation. But they did not. That's the only reason why. Tough. Tough shit. Shout out to the Bears, yo. Bear the fuck down, baby.
Bear down.
Hit it, Daniel. Let's hit it. Let's fucking go, baby. Now let's talk about the games that happened on Sunday, which is today. Josh Allen.
Almost tomorrow. Almost yesterday.
Almost tomorrow. Almost yesterday. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills head into 65-degree weather Jacksonville. Fantastic. Fantastic. Lovely fucking football. I love that shit. Let me tell you. I mean, there was people in a pool, in the stadium. Oh, it's great. This is fantastic. I would love to play this. Let's play this every day, right?
Half of Buffalo was there. It was great.
Yeah. So they march into Jacksonville, the 3 seed, the winner of the AFC South. 13 wins. Liam Cohen, first-year head coach. People were picking the Jacksonville Jaguars now. A lot of people also, I think the majority, which is like maybe 55-60%, had Josh Allen and the Bills winning this game. Not because the Bills team is better than the Jags, but because Josh Allen is better than the Jaguars. Entire football team. Hands down, that's the only reason why I picked the Bills. I'm going to keep it real. And Josh Allen proved me right again. Proved me right. He's the best quarterback in the playoffs. Elite, hands down. This motherfucker is a game changer, game wrecker. You have to game plan for him. But even if you try, you can't. He plays so good every single time. And what can I say? The offense has started to hum in the second half, right? I think it was 10-7 going into halftime. And then this game ended what? 24-20 or
27-24.
27-24? Like, the offense is starting to hum. And then it started to get real dicey for the Buffalo Bills. Because you're thinking, oh, shit. These guys, I don't know what they're going to do, how they're going to look. Because, you know, this team is objectively not better than the, what do you call it? Than the Jaguars. They're just not. As a team, they're not. But you know what they have that the Jaguars don't?
A unicorn.
Yes, but experience. They have experience in wildcard games. Sean McDermott has experience in games where his team may not be better. But boy, oh boy, we have that X factor, and his name is Joshua Allen. And he's going to start fucking cooking. Let me get this fucking game recap real quick. Let me get that shit. Real quick. Why is it not showing me? Team stats? No. Player stats? No. Overview? No. There we go. Scoring summary. Here we go. And people were talking about the Bills not having a kicker. Matt Prater was hitting field goals. He hit 50-yard, 47-yard. Kicker was not the issue. No problem. I knew that they probably wouldn't have an issue at kicker. That's why I still picked the Bills. You know, Josh Allen running in for touchdowns. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, you know, scoring. Josh Allen, fourth quarter, scoring right back to Dalton Kincaid. 20-17. Trevor Lawrence marches his ass down the field. Travis Etienne touchdown. Right? The Jacksonville that offense this year has been fantastic. And that's the reason why they were so locked into this game and still were very dangerous even in the fourth quarter. And with about 4 minutes left, that's too much fucking time for Josh Allen. It is like it simply comes down to that. When it comes down to playoffs, sometimes it's not about X's and O's. Sometimes it's about Jimmys and Joes. Who the fuck you got on your side? You want Trevor Lawrence or you want Josh Allen? That's it. Schematically, the players know what the fuck to do. Josh Allen is the game changer. That's literally the takeaway that we could take away from this game. Is that the Bills defense played better than expected.
Mm-hmm.
And that Josh Allen's a fucking unicorn. And he gets shit done. Simple as that. He's fantastic. and he fucking had a tush push go for like 12 yards. Who the fuck does that? Not even Jalen Hurts does that shit. The inventor of the tush push. Josh Allen's getting 12 yards. Talk about that. This motherfucker's getting first downs. 1st and 10 with a tush push. That's elite right there. And, running up the middle, completing passes. Even when he was banged up and he was hurt. This was a very physical game. Both teams were absolutely putting a beating on each other, pretty much. And Josh Allen, it wasn't all peaches and cream. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. But at the end of the day, it's Josh fucking Allen. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, shout out to this Jaguar team, this Jaguar defense. Had a really amazing year. Trevor Lawrence kind of saved his career. Liam Cohen proved everybody wrong. He gave Jacksonville hope, and they're telling him thank you for giving us hope as a franchise and a fan base. I haven't seen that in a long time. So shout out to Liam Cohen, Trevor Lawrence, great year. Did it without Travis Hunter as well. What could have been. So this Jaguar team's really good. Next year that defense is going to be really good. We'll see how good the offense is next year. But yeah, the Jaguar team's making people kind of turn their heads at them and say, "Wait a minute, what's going on down there in Sunshine, Jacksonville?" So shout out to them. They gave Buffalo a game. They definitely gave Buffalo a game here. That defense was really good that first half. Second half, they were kind of matching them a little bit. But again, it goes back to what we said again in the Rams-Panthers games. What matters in these games sometimes is playmakers and who can make the plays that matter. And when you have a Josh Allen, when you have a guy who's been to these games before and done it before and knows what it takes to win, and granted, there are some receivers who make their quarterbacks better. There are. But there's also quarterbacks who make everybody around them better. And that's what Josh Allen is. He makes everybody on that team at least like 2 levels better than what they are. By way when he runs, how he escapes the pocket, how he's able to deliver a ball to his receivers, to his tight ends, his decision making, it's all amazing. Right? He knows what he has to do, and he knows what it takes. But for this Bills team, this is where I kind of disagree with you a little bit. Is that I don't feel like it's enough. And I think you kind of saw it here a little bit. That Bills defense is passable. You can pass on it. You can run on it. It wasn't that great today. And they almost gave it up. Maybe with some better time management or, something goes another way. Maybe they don't have a kicker. Maybe they lose this game. Maybe Trevor Lawrence just is able to drive down the field and use some more clock. And Josh Allen doesn't get a chance to have the ball. We've seen that story before. Right? And this Bills, offensive line, give credit to Jags defense, could not run the ball with James Cook at all today.
No, they could not.
It really was ineffective.
15 carries for 46 yards.
That's awful. Right? And granted, we came down to the game plan that if James Cook can run the ball, the Bills are going to have a nice day. They kind of didn't. It was a struggle. It wasn't easy. And I understand Josh Allen is an alien. He's a unicorn. He's an enigma. He's a question mark. He's the exclamation point. I get it. Right? He's the reason they won this game, but is it sustainable going into the next round and in the championship game in the Super Bowl? Right? So, credit to the Bills. They won. I'm not discrediting them. But going into now what's going to be the divisional against probably most likely the Denver Broncos.
Oh, no, that's confirmed.
Yeah, it will be. It will be because the Chargers lost. Yeah. So going against the Denver Broncos, a much better defense now. How is the game plan going to change? So that's what I want to see from Sean McDermott. That's what I want to see from this Bills team. That game is going to determine to me just the path to the Super Bowl and who gets there in the end. That game next week is super important for that reason. Josh Allen got beat up today too. Josh Allen took a beating today. Kind of limping around the field a little bit, right? So when I say that the Bills won, there's kind of some nicks and bruises along the way that they took. This Jacksonville Jaguars team left an impression on them. That's for sure. So I love Josh Allen. I like this Bills team. I'm not in love with it. I think they're beatable. Right? Shout out to Jacksonville, they did their job. So before everyone starts, giving, writing the Bills and saying the Bills, the Bills, the Bills, peel back the curtain a little bit. It's some issues here. It's not perfect, right? Now the Bronco game could be the Bronco game. Could go a number of different ways, and I get it. Josh Allen is probably the X factor again, and he probably will make plays again. But at some point, does he break down? Is this sustainable? Is him being the offense, defense, special teams coach, general manager, and owner too much?
Is him fucking playing free safety on defense sometimes? Is it too much? Let me tell you. Is him being an edge rusher too much? Let me tell you. This guy, Josh Allen, is your favorite player's favorite player. He's fantastic. And I think the reason why people are picking the Bills to go far is only because of him. The only reason why. Because they know that they've seen many times where this Bills team, was better, but beatable. Bills team is beatable, right? You could beat the Bills, right? But when Josh Allen is on his A game, and he is always on his A game when he plays in playoff games. We've seen that for a number of years. We've seen how many countless duels with Patrick Mahomes where he out-duels Patrick Mahomes, but the team is just not there against the Chiefs. So I think for people picking, and for myself included, we picked Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to win these games because of him. Because we've seen it countless times where the team wasn't that great, or maybe is a touch better, and Josh Allen elevates everyone around him like the angel that he is. And my thing is, they had a lot of nicks and bruises. Denver Bronco game, a lot of people calling them frauds. A lot of people are saying that, the 1 seed, that offense is mid at best. The defense, they were giving up a lot of points in the back half of the season. They weren't as consistent. While I agree, they're still the Denver Broncos, and they're a really fucking good team. So Josh Allen and the Bills are going to have to bring their fucking A game. Because when you're going up against PS2 and Nick Bonito and Zach Allen and those boys out in Denver, that defense is stout. Now, the only reason why that this will be a competitive game is because that Broncos offense is so ass and tragic until the fourth quarter. That's it. So I think this game might come down to fourth quarter heroics. And I trust Josh Allen more with the ball in his hands in late game situations to come up clutch for his team against any defense. Even against the Chiefs defense. He puts up numbers. He works his magic. It's only when Patrick Mahomes has the ball on the other side, now that he's sitting on the sideline, he can't do anything. And he can't play free safety. He can't be strong. He can't be the middle linebacker. You know what I mean? So I feel like with this Bills team, you trust this Bills team not because of the team, but because of him. And we've seen it countless times to where if it's not the Chiefs, he wins that game. And if the Chiefs were not here for the last 3 to 4 years, Super Bowls, maybe he would have won one. I don't know. Maybe he could have. Right? If the Chiefs were not standing in his way, there's a very high likelihood, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, that the Bills win multiple Super Bowls. So now the only guy that is the problem for you is out of here. Everything should be cupcake. Not so fast, though. You still got to go up against really good teams. But when it comes down to fucking playoffs, sometimes you got to pick a player as opposed to a team. There you go.
You're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. I probably agree with you, right? Everything you're saying is true. Everything you're saying could be right. Probably is right. Right? I think these playoffs are so close between each team. Every team has an issue. Every team has a problem. Every team has a greatness and things that they lack. There is no perfect team in these playoffs. This is what's difficult about it, right? I think because of that, I think I want to pick the team that I believe is to be more consistent in situations.
Mhm.
And I think I want to pick a team that has a coach who's also able to manage the situation and manage a game properly.
Mhm.
I think Sean Payton can do that for the Broncos. As this Broncos team not lacking experience, they went into Buffalo last year and almost beat Buffalo. They had a lead against Buffalo at one point.
Right. It was up like 10-7. Let's calm down. Then they got
But
smacked.
but
Then they got smacked.
but that's his own experience. Sometimes you win by you lose, but you learn by losing, right? This is a revenge game now. All of a sudden, they're a much better team than they were last year, right? Bo Nix is a much better quarterback than he was last year, right? So I think I've seen this Bronco defense and what it can do and how great it is, and I've seen this Bronco offense do what they do best, just enough. So what's one more just enough to them? Right, and I think it's a close game. It's a very competitive game. It might be a very boring game at times, but I feel like that's what the Broncos want. Those are the type of games the Broncos win. Those type of games the Broncos know how to win. Those type of games that Sean Payton knows how to coach. And right now, I trust Sean Payton more than I trust Sean McDermott. I just do.
Well, shit.
And I'm going with a gut feeling. I'm going with what I think. So I'm picking the team over the player, and I'm picking the Denver Broncos.
Yeah. It's a battle of the fucking Seans. I just realized that. Sean
Yeah.
versus Sean on either side.
There's a lot of Seans in the playoffs. You realize that?
A lot of Seans, man. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. McVay, McDermott, Peyton. I feel like there's one more Sean.
There's one more Sean.
Is there another Sean? Jim? Sean? Jim? No, I don't think
There's a Jim.
There is a Jim.
There was a Jim.
There was a Jim. Now he's gone.
Jim's gone.
Yeah. There was. There was a Jim. Just like there was a Nick Sirianni. Okay, let me tell you. So the Eagles lose to the 49ers. Now, I'll be honest with you. I went to bed. Only got 4.5 hours of sleep last night. I had a big meal. I stopped watching this game halfway through.
Had a bit of a food coma.
Yes, and I went to sleep for like an hour, and now I'm refreshed, and that's why I was able to do the stream, because I was refreshed. I only watched up to maybe halfway through the third quarter, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and Brock Purdy and they were taking knees and stuff, so take it away, Daniel. What happened in this game? Why did San Francisco come up clutch here in Philly?
Well, I think this is a matter of, first of all, Juwan Jennings had a touchdown pass. Fantastic. Hickory dickory chicory. To give the Niners the lead, and the Eagles come down the field, score. I think it was Dallas Goedert who got the touchdown here. And then the Niners come down the field again. McCaffrey, of course. Who else gets a touchdown here? They go up 21-17, and the Eagles aren't able to convert on one last drive. Nick Sirianni burns the timeout on a 4th and 5 when they had 3 timeouts and a chance to kind of get the ball back if they were to let the play run. But they got the play call. Jalen Hurts threw into triple coverage. Ball got tipped and landed incomplete. And the Niners took knees, and Brock Purdy and the Niners come out of there with a win. Also, the Niners lose George Kittle. Tore his Achilles. Confirmed. Get better soon, bro. Yeah, Niners injuries list just gets a little bit longer.
It's black magic. I'm truly. This is a curse by a witch in a different realm, society, universe, alternate reality. Yeah. This is like the Loki series meets like a Vampire Diaries or whatever. Like I don't know, like something crazy. Like this is like a sci-fi movie. What's happening to the San Francisco 49ers? All these injuries, other teams would pack this shit in if 2 of these injuries happened. Pack it in. Like season's over. We're done. Goodbye. But I do just want to say this. Kyle Shanahan is the coach of the year. Truly believe it. Because of what I said. Other teams who have this level of talent, have that level of talent go down with injuries, would pack this season in and tank. They wouldn't even be close to playoff contention. They are tanking. They'll be close for the number 1 pick, but they're not even close to a wild card. Kyle Shanahan and this defense and this offense put up 12 fucking wins. 12 wins. When Brock Purdy missed a significant amount of time, you had fucking Macaroni and Cheese Jones come into the game. You had CMC be healthy the whole year. God bless him. His Achilles is intact. That's good. There you go, CMC. Blue Eyes White Dragon. There you go. That's my guy. And this defense plays so above their expectations. Robert Saleh has this group playing like fucking madmen. And we don't know half of these guys on defense. We don't know who they are. They're practice squad guys. Let's be realistic. They're 5th, 6th, 7th strings. These are guys who do not and should not probably touch an NFL field. But when they do, they're coached well, prepared, and they're fucking hustling and putting in that effort for Robert Saleh and Kyle Shanahan. I mean, it's impressive what the 49ers have done this year. It's very impressive. Like, just getting above double-digit wins is impressive enough, and then winning this game is fucking fantastic. I mean, like the Eagles, man, I had a decent bit of hope in them, right? You know, champions last year. You know, offenses, you know, they were all year, 6-7. They were better than but they were still close to You know what I mean? Like, if you're watching this, you know what I mean. You know exactly the type of shit that I'm trying to say. But, like, the 49ers injuries, we just kind of banked on that as, like, their little, like, no pun intended, Achilles heel. That this would be the issue for them. And that this would come to a halt against a team who's healthy, who may have been not playing up to their standard, but is healthy and still has a lot of talent. Didn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter because Kyle Shanahan and that coaching staff get their players ready to play and they fucking execute. Insane win. Insane.
Yeah. To me, Kyle Shanahan is not the coach of the year, but he's in contention for it. I would give it to Ben Johnson, just my opinion. But Robert Saleh, to me, is the greatest defensive coordinator of all time. What he's done with that defense is nothing short of a miracle. How they play and what they do on defense is very impressive and very well coached and well disciplined. And this Niner team is very good. It's a very good Niner team. Christian McCaffrey's fantastic. He's great. Brock Purdy was really good today, but wasn't perfect. And I think this is where I'm leading to this point. You mentioned the Eagle offense being meh, sometimes They were today. Okay? They were piss poor throughout the whole game. And it's not like this Eagle defense was also really good. This is a very good Eagle defense. At times, probably could get into the playoffs with this defense. Right? This offense doing just enough. But this Eagle offense is just so bad and so inconsistent. And you saw it today. Couldn't run the ball with Barkley. A.J. Brown had 1 catch today. Devontae Smith played okay. But Jalen Hurts was not good. He wasn't good.
Yeah. I'm looking at the stats right now, man. 20 of 35, 168 yards and a TD. Barkley on 26 carries, barely scratched over 100. Not good enough.
Not good enough.
It's just not good enough.
And again, this Eagle defense gave this offense opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. That's why the numbers look inflated. But the way they play, it was a struggle. It was a damn struggle to get to that point. Dallas Goedert was the most reliable weapon today. And when you look at some of the highlights, A.J. Brown dropped a wide open pass.
He dropped a lot of them.
He dropped a lot of them. But when it mattered, he didn't catch the ball. He had a wide open, perfect ball thrown to him, and he could not catch it. That's a difference maker. That's somebody who needs to make a play who didn't. When Christian McCaffrey got the ball, he scored a touchdown. He didn't drop the ball. Brock Purdy threw a pick today. Did the Eagles capitalize on it? No. In the playoffs, you have to. You have to capitalize on that. And I'm not discrediting the Niner defense. They played great. But that Eagle offense needed to play a lot better than they did, especially against a very, very down Niners defense. You expected a lot more, and you did not get it, especially in that second half.
Yep.
That second half was nothing short of terrible. And Nick Sirianni got outcoached. At the end of the day, Kyle Shanahan outcoached Nick Sirianni today. That's also what mattered. So you could say the Eagle offense, Eagle defense, whatever. When it mattered most, they did not come up clutch. This Niner defense has been clutch all year. They're not perfect, they're not great, but they're clutch. This Niner offense has playmakers still. They still have a lot of opportunities, and they have a great offensive line. Trent Williams was a beast today. Brock Purdy barely got touched today in the pocket. McCaffrey was able to run wherever he wanted. And when it mattered, they got the touchdown at the end of the game to get the win. But again, it's not like it was easy for both teams. Both teams had to struggle. But when push came to shove, the playmakers stepped up. And for the Eagles, they didn't. They ran away from Barkley. They turned towards Jalen Hurts. They put their trust in Jalen Hurts, and it didn't work out. And we've been saying this all year. Why are we putting the ball in Jalen Hurts' hand? I know we did it for the Super Bowl, and it worked, but it wasn't consistent enough for the year. And that, to me, is why they lost this game. They put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hand to try to make a play. And granted, he made a couple of good passes today, but he didn't do enough. He's not that type of quarterback. We know he's not. We've seen it. Consistently, he's not that guy. Consistently.
I can give you.
Consistently.
But I ain't gonna lie. Today ain't his fault, baby. And it is when you got guys dropping wide open perfectly in your hand balls, you could only do so much as a quarterback, right? First, I gotta read the defense. Second, I gotta make sure you're lined up good. I gotta fucking tell you your route. Secondly, I gotta see you. I have to find an angle in the pocket to see you. Then I have to make sure I'm not getting my ass destroyed in the pocket. I'm not getting sacked. So I got to move around. I got to take kind of everything. I see you wide open. I place a perfect ball on the sidelines, slant routes, deep towards the middle of the field. And we're not catching these? At some point, it's like, well, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, I know I'm not playing that well, but man, you're not helping me out. Like, it's one thing to where if I'm not playing well and you're helping me out a lot, that's one thing. And now we can put the onus on me. But oh my gosh, can I get some fucking help?
But that inconsistency is what was the Eagles' downfall the whole year.
Yes, it was.
Yep. And push came to shove, they probably could have won this game.
Yep.
Probably could have.
Yep. Not clutch enough. Gotta catch it. Just catch the football. That's the bare minimum. Catch the football. Make good reads. That's it.
This Eagles defense was very good apart from 2 drives. That was it. 2 drives that didn't look good, and that's all the Niners needed. But this Eagle offense had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity.
And they could not capitalize.
And in the playoffs, when you have that, you got to take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take advantage.
Sad.
But they're out. And now we are guaranteed to have a new Super Bowl champion. That's fire. And my Super Bowl team that went to Super Bowl from the NFC is out. But you know what? I'm not even that mad because you kind of could have went either way in that game.
Mm.
That game could have went either way.
Yeah. And we were kind of banking on like the injuries catching up to the Niners and the
And they still might.
It might. And we were expecting the Eagles' offense to play a lot better than they did this game.
Yeah.
And they just did not. And Brock Purdy, when he needed it most, came up clutch. When they needed CMC to make a big play, came up clutch. This 49ers team, clutch. They're showing up. And that's all you need to be in these playoffs sometimes. Yep. Clutch. Got to show up.
And they're gonna have a rematch for the third time this year against the Seattle Seahawks
we get
in
a
Seattle.
Trilogy? Oh my goodness.
Get a trilogy.
This is nice right here. This is nice. I like that.
I don't know what to do. I mean, you kind of have to bank on the Niners' injuries again, right? But at the same time, Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. So what do you do?
Do you go with the sure thing? Or do you go with a guy who last year left a really bad taste in your mouth? That's like, because Brock Purdy ain't a sure thing, but you kind of know what you're getting with Brock Purdy, right?
You're getting 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 175,
and a clutch moment here and there, like maybe one in the first half, one in the second half. You know what I mean? Like you're getting some of that. But with Sam Darnold last year, man, that was horrific. So I still don't know how the Seattle team's gonna look. That's the big question. Like when we watch either on Saturday or Sunday, we don't know what we're getting.
Confirmed it's Saturday night.
Oh, it's confirmed Saturday night?
Yeah, the schedule is out.
8 o'clock game?
It is the 8 o'clock game.
Ooh, that's good, chat. That's really good. I like that. And I don't know who I'm going to go with, but it's going to be interesting. And we're going to be live for that. We're going to be live for that. So, yeah, we're going to be here. Yep.
We'll see how both teams look.
Yep. And for the last game on the docket, the New England Patriots. This is going to be the really quick recap. This is the quickest recap that we're going to do because this honestly was the worst game out of all of these games. It was a fun game. It's a fun game, right? Fun game, but like in terms of the other games, this is the last one, unfortunately. The New England Patriots destroyed the Chargers, beat them up, heavyweight boxing match, punched them in the gut.
Let's rephrase. They destroyed Justin Herbert.
Oh yeah, they killed Justin Herbert. This wasn't even like a close thing. Like the score was close, but you kind of knew that the Chargers just would not get anything going against that Patriots defense. And let me tell you something. Justin Herbert's O-line ain't doing him no favors. Wide receivers ain't doing him no favors. Justin Herbert, this brother had to turn to Josh Allen, but didn't have that clutchness, man. And the Patriots defense, when they pressured not Josh Allen, when they pressured Justin Herbert, he was objectively one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen in the league. He was awful. Couldn't do anything. He could not do anything. But this is the same talk that we had when they played the Texans a few weeks ago. If Justin Herbert has a clean pocket, 10 times out of 10, he's finding somebody open. And it's a completion. And it's a first down. And we're moving the ball. And now we're successful. We're getting to the red zone. Right? But when you pressure Justin Herbert, this O-line breaks down like paper mache. That's it. And then Justin Herbert has to run for his life. And just get bruised and banged up in the pocket the whole time. And credit to the Patriots defense. They did their fucking thing tonight. We knew the Patriots defense was good. But a lot of people were saying, oh, they haven't played good comp. And, oh, when they played a team above 500, they were only 1-2. Like, they didn't really play that good of teams.
Which is true.
Objectively, the facts are facts. The stats are stats. But the sacks are sacks. And Drake May did just enough. And granted, the Patriots offense didn't play that well. They got 3 field goals and then a touchdown. And then that's all they really needed. The defense did fucking so spectacular. So spectacular. I mean, talk to me, Daniel. That defense was fucking killing it.
Well, we talked about it on the live stream a little bit too. Like, this is Mike Vrabel's dream. This is now like this is a Mike Vrabel team. It's built the way he wants it built. It's playing the way he wants it to be. It's usually played. This is how that these Tennessee teams looked under him. It's pretty much copy and paste with a better quarterback and a better offense, essentially, right? That defense is still elite. It's still making plays. It's still a difference maker, right? They made key free agency signings to bring in players to come help this team. And offensively, Drake May just does just enough. And what he has is he's mobile. He can escape the pocket. He has a good arm. Everything that you like about Drake May, he did tonight, right? But this Patriot defense is just coached really well. They had a game plan, they executed it, and they gave the Chargers nothing. Nothing. And Jim Harbaugh, he's a great coach too. He just didn't have the resources to really do anything today. And that happens, and that's fine. I don't discredit this Charger team. This defense was legit too. They played really well tonight. They played their asses off. But again, like we said against the Eagles, when you have opportunities, your defense keeps giving you chance after chance, you have to take advantage. It's not that like this Eagle. It's not the Eagle offense. The Eagle offense is just bad and inconsistent. This Charger offense just can't do anything because they have no pocket to throw with. Right? It's a bad matchup for the Chargers here. They're playing a really good pass rush, playing really good defense. Just couldn't get anything. Ladd McConkey couldn't get anything going. Keenan Allen was dropping balls left and right. And they were getting a little bit of run game with Vidal, but other than that, it really wasn't. It couldn't really do much. That's just what Mike Vrabel does. His defense is really good. His offense knows what to do. They do just enough.
Justin Herbert had 159 passing yards. At one point, he had like 90. Times.
Yeah. He was sacked 6 times. He had basically no ground to throw on. And he had hands in his face, hands on his arms, hands on his legs. He was getting touched up all over the place. Pause. But that's kind of been the Chargers season. Mm-hmm. And it sucks because his defense is really good. And you feel like this offense has potential. Just O-line is terrible. It's just terrible. But, give credit to the Patriots, did their thing. Prove a lot of people, some people wrong. I think, it's still not a perfect game by them. But Drake May did what he did. He did all the good things that he does. I think Mike Vrabel clearly has made a difference. You see it in his team now. He has made it his team, his style of play. He's changed that culture in a year. So I give credit to him. I think the Chargers will be fine. They'll come back to it. But this Patriot team, this defense was really superb today. Or tonight. Or yesterday.
And what's funny is that when you think about the future of the Patriots, and if they win in the playoffs or not and they go home sad, right? This is an amazing season. Right, you're 14-3.
Yeah.
You're the 2nd seed. You are, or 13-4. One of them. One of those great fucking records, right? They're just fantastic. When you think about the future, they can still get better.
Yeah.
Can still get better. And I mean everywhere they can still get better. That's the scary part. Is that they can still draft and still sign key free agents and get better. That's scary. Because you already have a young QB. Right? You can afford to sign guys for big contracts now for a couple years. Then, you know what? Drake May might be the type of guy to say, you know what? I don't need 50 mil. I don't need that.
I don't need it.
Give me 30
and
I'm happy.
My wife makes cookies.
My wife makes fucking blueberry pie and I'm okay with life. I'm good.
New England's nice.
New England's nice.
Boston's a great city.
It's great. I don't need fucking 50 mil. What am I going to do with 50 mil in Boston? What am I going to do? What am I going to do in the suburbs of Massachusetts? Nothing.
We're living nice.
There's nothing to do here besides live in my house. And I have a good house already. I don't need another house. Put it in my index fund. Who cares? That's all I need to do. So he might be the type of guy to say, you know what, I'll take $30 million a year and I'm kosher. I'm happy. That's it. And then now you have more money to pay players more money to build a good team, more money to give to difference makers who can potentially lead your team to Super Bowls just like Drake May. I fucking hate them. I hate them. Pieces of shit. How dare they fucking do this to the league again? How dare they do it? It's unbelievable. But that defense is superb. Fantastic. They're going up against either a good Texans defense, which is going to be a fantastic defensive game, or they're going up against a Pittsburgh Steelers offense that is bruised and battered from beating the Texans, unfortunately. Because when you beat the Texans, you feel that shit still. You feel that shit. So,
Yeah.
We'll see.
Quick preview for tomorrow.
Talk about it.
Listen, this should be a relatively simple win for Houston. What is Aaron Rodgers? Is there one last ride? Can those 42-year-old legs figure it out?
Jim.
At home, in Pittsburgh,
Jim.
in the cold,
Jim.
in the brittleness of Pittsburgh.
Jim.
Is DK Math the difference maker? Is DK Metcalf the difference maker? Will he crash out again?
Jim.
We'll find out.
Jim.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think Houston wipes the floor with them. I think it kind of turns out kind of like the same game that we just saw, right? Low scoring, but there's clearly a dominant force in the game.
Yeah.
Clearly. And that was what the Patriots were the whole entire game. I didn't feel scared for the Patriots one bit in this game. Because the Chargers just couldn't do anything. They couldn't. They couldn't sweep a floor with a broom. They could not drink water if they had a cup and a faucet. It's one of those things where I feel like that game is just gonna be that game on Monday night. Houston versus Steelers is gonna be the same exact game that's gonna happen. That happened yesterday.
There's a guy on TikTok, right, that comes to my feed sometimes. He has a pet cow. Ignore that. But the videos that he tries to make is that he tries to do simple tasks. Like he tries to make a sandwich, and the cow is just over his shoulder eating everything.
Yeah. Oh
and
my
constantly
god.
getting in his way.
I seen that shit. Oh my
That's
god.
Justin Herbert and his O-line. That's the perfect example I can give.
All right, Justin Herbert. The task is drop back 5 steps. All right. And the cow's just fucking come here. Just knocking shit over. It's like, oh, what the fuck, bro? I can't even walk back 5 steps, bro. I can't do anything. I'm fucking gridlocked, bro. I'm stuck here in the pocket, and I can't do anything. Oh, that could be Aaron Rodgers tomorrow.
But what if he takes the right mushrooms? What if he smokes the right type of grass? What if he gets blessed by the right tribe in the Amazon rainforest? What if the 42-year-old figures it out? Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah, Jim.
It's not happening.
Yeah, Jim.
Listen, to quote Mike Tomlin, if my aunt had man parts, he'd be my uncle.
Yeah. If my aunt had wheels, she'd be a bike. Man, but these games were fantastic. The game on Monday night's going to be fantastic. We're going to be here for it. We're going to be creating content for it.
There's just something about the NFL playoffs.
There's something in the air. Man, and we're coming to the end of the season, man. We're coming up to the draft and free agency after this. Man, I love football. It's fantastic. I love it so much. I got the UFC, so I'm glad. You have hockey, so I'm glad. How the fuck is Jess going to feel? We really got to check. She's going to be like Joe Burrow. She's going to be depressed. We got to check on her mental health. We got to do check-ins.
We got to constantly be like, hi, you okay?
Is everything okay?
Do you want to see Do you want to see a basketball game today?
Do you want
Take
to
you
see a funny
outside?
video? Yeah, funny video.
Yeah.
Here, this is a picture of a cow eating grass. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yay. Yeah. But
Just
they.
to constantly take her out.
Yeah, we just need to
You have
constantly.
something to eat? Did you eat something today?
Yeah.
No, that's not good. You got to eat something.
I don't want to eat. Football's not on. I
Mm.
don't want to eat.
No, no, no. Listen, we could watch hockey. We could watch basketball.
Psh,
Right, right.
psh, get
No,
that shit out
no,
of my
no,
face.
no, no, no.
Ah!
The Yankees play. You like the Yankees, right? The Yankees are fun. You like baseball.
Only in the seventh inning. Ah. Wow. But thank you guys so much for watching. And oh, Jess is there, leaving work now. Can't believe you're on this late. No, I am not okay. LOL. Shout out to
Listen,
Jess.
we stay making content.
Yeah, I mean, we stay making content. We're here. The boys are back. We're live, and we're gonna be back tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna be back. Daniel will be holding down the
I'll be at
fort
work.
at work, but I will be holding down the fort here on
I'll
the
hopefully we'll
YouTube.
be in the chat.
Hopefully, he'll be in the chat, so that's gonna be great. I'm gonna be such a damn grump. Yeah, you will. Be like,
Yeah, we know.
yeah,
We
you're
know.
gonna be like, kids, get off my lawn. All right, kids, please. No fucking footballs on. All right, it's February 9th. All right, am I supposed to have a good Monday? No. But that's gonna do it for the stream, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. Videos will be out tomorrow. Stream is gonna be out. There you go. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and watching the streams. It's awesome, and we're just gonna keep on continuing on. And Saturday more playoff games. Sunday more playoff games.
Oh, the schedule came out. Yeah, real quick.
Shit's fantastic. Talk to me.
So Saturday games are going to be Bills Broncos and Niners Seahawks. So Saturday we're locking the fuck in. Okay. Sundays, and I think that is time. I think the first game is Bills Broncos, second game is Niners Seahawks. Sunday, we are starting out with the oh god, why am I blanking? The 2 seed. The Bears and the Rams
Mm-hmm.
is going to be the first game. And then the the Pats will face the winner of the Texans Steelers for the Sunday night game.
Oh yeah.
So there we go.
Oh yeah. Me likey. In that divisional, if that game is at like that 6:30, that Rams and the Bears, we're here. We're live, chat. We're here, chat. That's gonna be good, chat. Yes, 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 yes. Your team, your second team versus my Super Bowl pick. What more can you ask for? I mean,
I give you a great game. You give me entertainment.
chat. I got a
Look it off.
proposition. I give you 2 great Saturday games, and you give me 2 great Sunday games.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking good.
Pretty good.
All right, but you know what else would be pretty good? If we fucking went to bed. All right, let's go to bed.
Yes.
It is 12:30 a.m. in the morning. Thank you
Hell
guys
yeah.
so much for watching. This has been the NFL playoff recap. I've been Lewis. That's been Daniel. Well, we are still us, but you fucking get it. All right, why am I outroing?
You know what we are.
We are good. If you're here this late, you fucking know what we are already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like the videos. We're going to be streaming tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week. So be prepared for that. Thank you guys so much. And good morning. It's not night anymore. It's good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.